I have selected this case for my subscribers for 3 reasons. The first one is that either this Karen has the smallest head in the world or doesn't know what XML or S stand for in clothes shopping. The next reason is that she sounds like this.
My court costs are already paid. They've been paid.
And the third reason why I chose this case for you is that Karen is asking for the third option. And what do I mean by the third option? Well, stupid people, especially Karens, expect to change the rules to the norm so that they are treated differently than others. For this, Karen tells the judge that she is too busy to complete the tasks she has been given for release. Option 1 down the drain, which leaves option 2 being locked up. And now I get to show you a Karen trying to get the court to give her option 3.
All right, we're here today for a review in this matter. Ms. Brenner needs to provide proof of any of her community service that she's done and pay on her fines and costs.
Ms. Brenner, we had a conversation and she is in somewhat of a unique situation. She said that she's unable to do the community service, and at this time she's unable to pay any fines and costs. I did tell her that she has to do one or the other. Unfortunately, she says at this time she can't do either. And I told her that the court is going to make a decision for her that she may or may not like.
Not what you said, but okay.
I'm sorry. Well, I said it in a different way.
My court costs are already paid. They've been paid.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Yeah.
That's right. Your court costs have been paid. I'm sorry. My
Correct.
apologies. It's the community service that we were
It's the community
discussing.
service. I'm having
Correct.
a reading comprehension problem today. So what's going on with the community service and why can't she do it?
Are you asking me?
Transportation and trying to get places, and she doesn't have the money.
She doesn't have the money to do community service. I don't understand that part. Ms. Brenner,
Yes.
you were not given probation at this time. You were given the option to get these things done so you didn't have to do probation.
Correct.
You're either going to get the things done or you're going to be placed on probation. And then if you don't do the probation,
As I explained to her, I think she's getting me confused with somebody else because we did not have the conversation that she said we did. I explained to her that I do not have a means of transportation, and she brought up Lyft and Uber. And I told her the IRS owes me $5,000. I lost my food stamps last October, and I cannot afford an Uber or Lyft, or I can't feed myself and my daughter. So if probation or jail, or I don't want to tell you I can do things I can't. I can't do the community service. I work 2 jobs. I don't, even with transportation, I don't have the time.
okay. Ms. McDuffie?
I don't know what else to do.
So the last time we were here, Ms. Brenner shared that I think her transmission had gone out. So that was why she hadn't started the community service due to her car troubles at that time. So, and then my notes from before that, when she got sentenced on October 5th, were that the court did not order the armed class that I think was recommended at that time. I don't know if that is an online issue, but it sounds like Ms. Brenner would apparently fare better going on probation and completing the requirements than the alternative that the court provided. So something obviously has to be done. So she's saying that I know she's working, but probation is the alternative to jail for the offense that was committed. So something has to happen. So if it is, I don't know if she's requesting that or not, but if it's going to work better that she just goes on probation and completes whatever requirement.
Honestly, it would be better if I went to jail because I can't comply with probation. I can't go up to Ann Arbor and drop in stuff. I can't do it.
Well, we can never make anyone do probation. So if she wants to do jail, I can accommodate that.
If I go to jail, I would request that I don't get taken off my Suboxone like I did last time. I have a prescription for it. I have a doctor. They took me off it. They didn't give it to me, and I was sick as hell.
Ma'am, unfortunately, I can't control what the jail does. I can put a note in there indicating that you're on Suboxone and ask that they please respect that, but I cannot make them do that.
That's great. Do you understand what my charge is for? I saved 2 dogs' life. If I wouldn't have done what I did, these dogs would be dead. He has the dogs back, and I don't understand why I'm being punished.
Well, that is your version of what happened. That is not his version of that. And in addition to that, I already gave you the benefit of not having to go on probation, and I struck a number of things and gave you the lowest fines possible and gave you community service. And you're telling me you won't
I
do
don't
that.
know what else to do. I can't make promises I can't keep.
Well,
I don't want to tell you I can do this stuff and not do it and come back and get screwed.
all right.
I'm just trying to be honest.
Well, then there's a consequence for not doing what you're ordered to do when you commit a crime, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right. So the sentence is going to be 30 days in the Washington County Jail. Is when do you want to turn yourself in for that?
Probably not until my daughter is out of school.
Well, then I'll issue a bench warrant. You don't have a choice to just say you're not going to do the community service, ma'am.
I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm saying I can't. It's not an option.
Okay.
I go to jail for 30 days, I'm going to lose both of my jobs. I'm going to be super screwed.
Okay. Well,
But
those are
nobody
your
cares.
choices.
But nobody cares.
Well, then I'll issue a bench warrant. You don't have a choice to just say you're not going to do the community service, ma'am.
I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm saying I can't. It's not an option.
Okay.
I go to jail for 30 days, I'm going to lose both of my jobs. I'm going to be super screwed.
Okay. Well,
But
those are
nobody
your
cares.
choices.
But nobody cares. It's fine.
All right. So is your client requesting that she do the jail time at this point, Ms. White?
Yeah, be done with it. Yes.
All right. 30 days in the Washington County Jail, 0 credit.
So glad I paid my fines. Got me real couldn't eat for a month,
And
but
do
hey,
you-
you guys
do-
got paid.
Ma'am, if you curse one more time while you're on here, you're going to be held in contempt and you're going to get a consecutive 30 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And that wraps up this lesson in the third option. Please like, if you found it mildly entertaining, I would appreciate it. And just before you go, and I selected this quick case as this is a problem that Judge Simpson has to solve. And I wanted to see if you thought his solution was the correct one to have chosen. Let us all know in the comments below, as I know a lot of you guys are smart cookies when it comes to court, which makes it entertaining for me as I enjoy learning from you.
Warren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, have been with and on behalf of Mr. Israel Crane. Mr. Crane, state your name for the record.
Israel Crane.
Thank you. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for the probable cause conference. We are respectfully requesting that this matter be set for preliminary examination.
Discovery is all complete.
To the best of our knowledge.
People would have their witnesses available the 25th. Preliminary examination in person, June 25th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Washington.
I do just have one thing I would like to address with the court.
Yes.
So Mr. Crane was in Michigan because he requested to be supervised while being out for his conviction for armed robbery and FA out of Virginia. Agent Bennett, who I believe is supervising his release here in Michigan, notified our office this morning that he believes that the defendant is having contact with the victim through his mother. I do want to note that I was not able to find any jail calls to the victim directly from Mr. Crane, but I am concerned based off of the need that Agent Bennett felt the need to notify us of this. I have not had an opportunity to have a discussion with Agent Bennett with regard to this allegation or what the basis for it is, but I am concerned. I have not had an agent feel the need to contact our office to notify me of indirect contact on a
Okay, but are there then phone calls that would even remotely substantiate that, like phone calls to his mother?
Yes.
But the content of those particular phone calls, we don't know.
I have not had the opportunity to listen to them yet.
Mr. Brown, I'm not sure what they're asking.
I think they're asking for his phone privileges to be revoked, but I
They haven't said that he's had any contact. They haven't shown that he's directed anyone to do anything. We don't even know the extent of his mother's relationship with the complaining witness in this case. Without those facts, they're not asking for anything. They're just putting that out there.
Here's what I'll do. Is somebody going to be able to listen to those calls to indicate? I mean, it's one thing if he's contacting his mother and his mother is then reaching out in some way, whatever, as opposed to him attempting to try to send messages through his mother. There's going to be a difference. So I'm reluctant to do anything until such time as there's some indication that that's what's happening in terms of a third party contact. So maybe if you get a statement from the officer as to how they know that, what information has come to them, get that to Mr. Brown and to the court. I may change that decision so that you're aware, Mr. Brown, where if I look at it and it appears to me that that's the case, then I may revoke his privileges, and you can certainly have a hearing before Judge Washington or this court regarding that. Okay. So I think that's probably the best way at this juncture to handle it.
I made a little video here for my subscribers, and you new guys. I wanted to say to all of my wonderful subscribers, thank you all so very much for making the choice in subscribing to my channel. Every single one of you that make up this number. I, like this monkey, would give you a big kissy kissy. But since I can't do that, what I shall do instead is think of you all the next time I take a bath. What I have also done to say thank you is create a playlist for my subscribers that watch my episodes to the end. It's unlisted, so the only way you can access and save the playlist is by me giving it to you right now. So please accept this gift from me to you, as it will give you early access to episodes of mine before I release them publicly. Again, I cannot thank my subscribers enough for getting me off the ground. So, until next time, I'm off to have a bath.